Folks, we're going to be doing a video. We're going to title it The Complete Motorcycle Riding Guide. I've been wanting to do a video like this for some time, but I did not have enough battery power on the GoPro. And so we've got some extended battery power, and we're going to be riding this Yamaha R1, and we'll be discussing how to ride a motorcycle for the first time. But I've been wanting to do this video for a long time because I wanted to do one video with everything in it on how to ride, like counter steering. Let's go through some of the things we're going to talk about. Counter steering, braking, freeway riding, how to ride in the twisties, how to shift gears. We're going to talk about all the different gauges on the bike. Let's start with that right now, and then we're going to get on the freeway, and first we're going to show you how to start off, how to learn how to shift, okay? Now, imagine you're sitting on the motorcycle. Traditionally, on most Japanese bikes, this is a Yamaha, the right side is braking. This right here is the front brake. This over here is the rear brake. You put your heel here, your toe pushes down there. Traditionally, on most Japanese bikes, most motorcycles, the left side is shifting. This is the clutch lever here. What you're going to do is you're going to pull this clutch lever in, hold the clutch lever in, and then you're going to kick up here to go up the gears. If you want to shift downward, you're going to pull the clutch lever in and you're going to kick down here to go through the gears. Okay? So let's get the backpack on and let's get this show on the road. One of the things you want to get when you're getting a backpack, see this little clip right here? Try to find a backpack that has these clips where it clips both of the straps together, because as you're going at fast speeds, the straps start to go off your shoulders, or you have to find a backpack with those clips. So let's get on here and let's go through some of the gauges. This is the throttle. This is the kill switch. If the bike's running and you want to stop it right away, you just flip this to this X here. You will push this to start the motorcycle. Now, some motorcycles, you have to hold the clutch in to start it. This one's not like that. It'll start with the clutch out. Okay, over here you have the tachometer. That'll show how high the motorcycle's revving. We'll talk about that when we ride. You have the key here. Let's turn it. Notice all the gauges come to life. I just got gas, so here's what you do. A lot of these bikes don't have a fuel gauge, so you hold the button. See how I just zeroed it out? Just started it. Now this is 1,000. This is a liter bike. So if you can ride this bike, you basically can ride anything, okay? Left side, this is just a handlebar, doesn't do anything. You just hold on to it to steer. Turn signals here, the brights here. Remember we talked about the clutch lever here, the horn here. Kickstand, check it out, is up. Alright, let's get going, shall we? Now I want to show you something else. Hopefully you can see this. When you're getting gear, like if you're in a hot area, weather, this is great. This is mesh. You can see the little holes, microscopic holes, the air blows through this to cool us down. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see the next thing, but look in the mirror and I'm going to show you something. Look at my eyes. See how it's darkened right here? I don't know if you can see that. Let's go up and down, because I don't know if you can see it. See how it's darkened? This goes up and down like this. This will go up and down. The shade. So you want to shade that, and I apologize if you can't see it. Hopefully you saw that. You want a shade built into your helmet. This is a Scorpion EXO, like Edward X-ray olive Look for the Scorpion EXO. They're great. On the top, there's little vents that vent it to put air inside. But you don't want to have where the sun's blinding you and then you have to change shields on the front of your motorcycle to a mirrored shield or a smoke shield, and then when it gets nighttime you can't see. So you got to bring an extra shield in your backpack to change the shields. It's just a pain. Just get the one with the internal visor. You just pull this switch. It's a switch. I don't know if you can see it up here on the top of my head. You just pull this switch and it drops down. I want you to pretend this parking lot is vacant. You want to go to an empty parking lot like this. You're going to pull the clutch lever in. See the neutral light right here? When I kick down, 1, 2, 3, see, it's out. We're now in first. Slowly release the clutch lever. I want you to look at the lines right there on the asphalt. See how it's moving forward? Release the clutch lever and pull it right back in again and rock it back and forth like that. Now make sure you have a straightaway area where there's nothing around, okay? Don't go in a crowded parking lot like this. And then practice going into first and then stopping. You're only going to use the front brake when you stop in the beginning. So you let the clutch out and slowly give it a little bit of throttle. And let the clutch all the way out. Now you're moving, right? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to stop. Hold the clutch lever in, get your feet ready to go down, start squeezing the front brake. Notice you're keeping the clutch lever in. We're still in first. Now if you want to practice, watch the neutral light. Take it out of first by kicking slightly up. I should have showed this to you. Let's get off and show you. I forgot to show you one thing. Very important. Let's use a stick. This is perfect. What you're going to do is you're going to pull the clutch in. You're going to kick up to second. Let the clutch out. You want to go up to third? Pull the clutch in, kick up to third, then let the clutch out. That's how you're going to do it. Every time you're pulling the clutch in, you're releasing right here the throttle, okay? Now, the shift pattern is somewhat like a ladder. You have first, neutral, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Let's go. You ready for freeway riding? Okay. Show you braking, then we're going to do freeway riding. So what you do, you practice your braking. I'm not going to do it over and over again. You get the idea, because we got to cover a lot of stuff in the video. Clutch lever in. Keep the handlebars straight. Don't keep the handlebars crooked. Notice, left foot always goes down. You always want that left foot to go down first. Notice I'm in first, or I should say I'm in first, but I'm slowly letting the clutch out to engage first. Here we go. Now, second gear, clutch lever in, kick up, second, release clutch lever. Remember, release the throttle in between shifting. So let me show you how it is. Look at this dog. Wow, Great Dane. Beautiful dog. Let's brake first though. Clutch lever in, kick down. Notice I'm in neutral, so I can release the clutch lever. Keep the handlebars straight. Notice the handlebars are straight. You don't want it like this when you're coming to a stop, because you'll tip the bike over and crash. If the motorcycle handlebars are straight, the wheel is straight while you're stopping, you're going to be safe, because you're just going to put all the weight on the bike. The minute you start going like this, you're going to brake and you are going to crash, because these bikes are heavy, hundreds and hundreds of pounds. So basically, to shift, it's clutch lever in. Let's go through it. Kick down. Let the clutch lever out while giving it throttle. Now watch, release the throttle, clutch lever in up to second, release the clutch lever, roll back onto throttle. Now, here we go on freeway. Dear Lord of mercy, let's do the sign of the cross. No, I'm just kidding. Freeway's a blast. So, speed is life on the freeway. So clutch lever in, kick up to third, let's go. You want to get on it a bit? Clutch lever in, kick up to fourth. And freeway is pretty easy. You just go. Not much to teach you about here on freeway. The tricky thing is the twisties and the counter steering. But freeway is pretty fun. You just, you just go. It's easy. So now what we're going to do is we're going to show you counter steering and the twisties. Now we have a, as we're getting off, you're going to notice we go to the right. When you're going slow, we're going to kind of curve to the right. When you're going slow, you don't have to really counter steer. Like, let me show you here. I'm not really going to counter steer. I'm just going to kind of lean it. Watch. So you just kind of lean the bike, and you're not really counter steering at slower speeds. However, ladies and gentlemen, at faster speeds, if you don't learn counter steering, you're going to crash. What is counter steering? Now, why is it important? Well, you ever see these videos on YouTube? By the way, notice handlebars perfectly straight. You don't want to have your handlebars crooked like we said. Alright, you ever see these videos on YouTube where the guy's going around a corner, or the lady? Man, that was a fast light. It's already yellow. And they crash off into the corner. Well, counter steering, and I'm going to show you when we... Well, I can show you right now. I'm letting this car get some distance because I want to get some better speeds. Plus, it's red. When I am wanting to go around a corner, a sharp corner at high speeds, and I want to go right, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to push forward ahead of the motorcycle on this right handlebar, and what that does is that leans it into the corner like that. Okay, so come on, let's go. So we're going to show that we have some dramatic counter steering up here as we go through these twisties. Now, what you can do to practice counter steering is just go like this. So watch what happens when I pull towards me on the right handlebar. See how it goes to the left? When I pull towards me on the left handlebar, it goes to the right. Hold on, my nose itches here. Alright, good. We got the red light. Clutch in, kick down, braking. This is good because I want distance. Notice, handlebars perfectly straight. Try to keep those handlebars straight. Now, we want these guys in front of us to get some distance away from us. So look at the speedometer. I should say the speed limit is 55. So that's a good speed, better than 30, 35. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull over and let the traffic go by so we have some distance, okay? So let's pull over here. Let's hope this isn't gravelly. There we go. This is good. And let's actually go kind of by this street here, and I'll show you some stuff. Okay, let's go down here, and now we're going to show you counter steering. Now, we didn't talk about braking, so let me give you a little bonus on that. Notice, let's get up to third gear. Second, third. Okay, so here's what you're going to do when you brake. When you're coming to a stop, you're going to downshift as you come to a stop. I like to downshift as soon as I see the tach go under 3,000. So watch this. Let's say I want to stop before this white mailbox on the left. Clutch in, kick down. Clutch in, kick down. I start squeezing the brake. Notice, and now we've stopped. Let's go around this way. This bike is not good at taking corners, slow corners, as you can see. Alright, so let's get on and show you some counter steering. So, counter steering, you must learn it. At higher speeds, the motorcycle reacts differently. For example, if I want to go left, at a lower speed, I just kind of turn the handlebars left, see? Or I turn the handlebars right. At higher speeds, it's the complete opposite. Don't let it freak you out. It's the complete opposite. So, we're going to show you some counter steering. This is one of the key important things you need to learn to survive. Now let's show you another braking episode here. So you're going straight. You want to brake, keep the handlebar straight, start squeezing the front brake and the rear brake. You want to get in the habit of your left foot, notice, dropping down here. All right, you guys ready for this? Let's let them go. All right, here we go. So, it doesn't take long for me to catch up there. So, and there's a big truck. So, one more little quick lesson so that darn truck can go. Front brake, rear brake, clutch lever. Remember, every time you're shifting, you're releasing the throttle. But another 10 seconds, we're going to get on it. You're really going to like this. Let's go, because these guys are coming fast. First gear, very slow. You know, now you're going to clutch lever in, kick up to second, roll back on. First gear, second gear, you got to be the most careful because the bike's a bit twitchy right there. Once you're at third gear and you're going pretty good, you know, shifting's a little easier, a little safer. All right, you ready? Now, we're going to go to the left. Please pay attention to this. What we're going to do when we go to left, we're going to pull towards me with this right handlebar, and we're going to push forward here, okay? Push forward, just applying slight pressure. So watch the yellow line as we do it. Pick up some speed. Right now we're doing it. See that? There's a really bad hole right here somewhere. I want to avoid it. There it is. Now, watch on the right side, there's a sign that looks like a snake. It says like the next few miles. Up here on the right. Now, we have a sharp corner coming up to the right, so what are you going to do? You're going to pull towards you here on the left. Stay in the middle lane. Don't go towards the traffic. Here we go. This is counter steering. We're totally counter steering right now. I'm going to upshift because we're going down a steep hill. There's a sign. So we're basically upshifting. Notice we're at 4,000 RPMs. I'll upshift again just to coast, giving it some throttle. Let's get on it here. We're going to push forward on the left handlebar, pull back on the right. See how we're doing that? Now, if I didn't counter steer right there, I would have lost it and gone into the ditch on the right. Well, what happens is, guys, they'll get a motorcycle, and you could even, like right here, you don't need counter steering, so you just kind of lean a little. So they get drawn into it, and they start going around these corners faster and faster, and then they don't know how to counter steer, and they just can't lean it into the corners, too much weight. So with counter steering, it like shifts the weight into a positive position where you can control the motorcycle. You must absolutely learn counter steering. Good news, it's easy. Once you know what it is, you're like, oh, I got it. You just pull the handlebar in the opposite way. It seems like it's the wrong way because, like right here, I'm going to counter steer to the right, so I'm going to pull towards me on the left. You're actually applying pressure to the handlebars the opposite way. I'm going like this to go left, kind of like this, I should say, to go left, like that. So it's really weird. Okay, so we're coming to a stop, and now we're going to go through some more twisties here. Okay, so what I'm doing is, notice I'm downshifting. No brakes are being applied. I'm just downshifting. I'm letting the bike stop with the motor. Now notice, now I'm braking, downshift to neutral. Notice the handlebars are straight, pretty much. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I'd really like to get distance between this Prius. First gear. Now what are you going to do? Release the throttle, clutch in, kick up to second, release the clutch lever, then and only then do you roll back on the throttle. Clutch in, kick up to third, then and only then do you roll back on the throttle. So here we go. This is definitely counter steering right here. See this sign? Let's get real close to it. What are you going to do? You're going to pull towards you on the left handlebar. Let's do it. Watch the yellow line. See how we kind of ride that there? Definitely a little bit of counter steering there. Going to upshift right here. A little slight counter steering. Now there's one up here that we're coming up to, which if you didn't counter steer, you definitely would crash. Because you're going at a fast speed and then it slows down and it's a sharp corner. Now, let's practice braking. Got a stop sign coming up. Notice we're kind of like just cruising along. What I do is I don't go up to the light and jam the brake on. I hate that. I just coast. I'm still moving at a good clip, and I downshift. Then as I approach a little closer, then I start applying brake, because I'm using a combination of coasting, then engine braking. We're not going to put our foot down this time. Still balancing. So if you keep the handlebar straight, you could balance like that. So I use a combination of coasting, then engine braking, and then at the last moment I start using the brake. Front and rear brakes. Very important around the corners. Don't use your front brake, for heaven's sake. You're going to crash. If you want to slightly apply your rear brake, that's fine, but you shouldn't be braking around the corners at all if you know how to counter steer and you don't approach the corner at a fast pace. Remember, you got to learn how to counter steer. Here's the corner here. So what you do here, outside, and then we're going to go inside. We're going to pull it into the counter steer right here. See that? Nice and smooth. See how we did that? Outside, inside. I think there's another one up here. Memory serves me correctly. Yeah, I think it's right here coming up. So we're going to pull left here towards us on the left handlebar right here. Just holding the pressure there till it does what you want it to do. You could, oh, here it is right here. This is the one. Yeah, I remember. Oh, no, wait, this isn't it. Sorry. If you need it to lean more, then you're going to pull back more pressure. Now we're downshifting. Notice braking, downshifting while we're holding the brake. See those oranges right there? This is sort of apropos for what I'm going to tell you. Go ahead. Because you want to squeeze the brake like you're squeezing an orange. Do not apply the brake with like full force. Okay, good. These guys are going the other way behind us. So here's the counter steering one. Let's get some speed, okay? Watch this. We're going to launch into it. All right, go. 30 mile per hour corner, we'll hit it like, 40 or whatever. So watch this. You're going to pull towards us dramatically on the left, right here. See, that's like a strong one right here. And then this one too, you're going to pull towards us on the right. This one's a very, very strong one. So you've got to learn how to do that, or you're going to go in the ditch. You can't lean through that. There's no way you can lean. You've got to apply counter steering. Alright, so check out the sign here on the right. Got some more counter steering. And once you get it, it's a blast. This is why you see these guys going up into the mountains and the twisties, because it's a lot of fun, and you're able to, it's like a hobby. You're able to hone your skills and getting smoother around the corners, and you'll find that pretty soon you could approach them at a very fast speed and you're able to go through it. Now, what do you do? Like, here's a good example. Up here, you don't have a stop sign, but it's going around the corner very fast, and then it goes up railroad tracks. It's like a loop to the left and then to the right. There's really no way to do it safely except if you slow down. You can't really counter steer
around these railroad tracks, you know, because you're going to bounce a lot. So you got to be careful about that, because you're going to hit these tracks and you're going to lose traction. Watch. Up here in about 30 seconds. Actually, 20 seconds. So check out the sign here, 30 mile per hour, right-hand corner. Now, it does say railroad crossing. See that? Be careful of those. You're not going to fly around with the railroad and mess up your suspension. My theory is that that's what happened to my battery cable, because this kind of hops right here. Ugh, very bad. All right, let's kind of go a little bit slow here, because we're going to pick up some speed here, show you some stuff. Letting that car go. Now, we probably have, I shouldn't say probably, this is the sharpest corner I've ever seen in my life coming up. It's like a 15 mile per hour corner. So hold on. Ready? Here we go. It's going to be in about a minute. Here you definitely had to counter steer. See that? Make that about a minute and 30 seconds. Right here you're going to counter steer. You've got oncoming traffic, so sometimes it's easy because you can see there's no traffic and you don't have to really worry about counter steering a lot. But here you do. There's like a blind corner to the right. Look at this. I don't like that corner. Now, what do you do when you're coming up to this real sharp corner? Just slow down. You know, I'm just letting notice 25 mile per hour. This isn't the one I was telling you about. I like to stay to the right because it's going to go to the left here, see? And then what I do is I start moving into the corner. Whoa. I start moving into the corner, and then the mirror hits my head. That was so funny. Okay, here's the sharp corner here, 50 miles per hour. Nothing really you could do here. One time I was coming through here, and there's like some slimy sewage stuff here, and I fishtailed and almost lost it. Here I just kind of take my time. Okay, so now what we're going to do, now that you've seen that, we're going to go back and do it more at an advanced pace. 30 mile per hour to the left, what are you going to do? You're going to pull back on the right handlebar right here, see? Okay, so now what we're going to do is let's go back at more of an advanced pace. No cars behind me. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, buddy, awesome. Look, we'll follow these dudes. See, I'm sure we'll be able to keep up on the sport bike. So good. This is awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to see how they do it. They're more on the Harley type bikes. Oh, lots of bumps there. Let's see if they go to the right on this corner. That's what I would do. I would go to the right outside. He's starting to move a little bit to the right. Are they going straight? See, he's braking. You see that? His brake lights went on. No need to brake. What the heck? Why are you braking? He probably braked because the guy in front of him was going too slow. Now, I don't know. That's not good. He was braking. I didn't brake through the whole thing. So let's see if he brakes right here. Watch his brake lights. Let's get up closer. What the heck? They're braking. Oh my goodness. This is just shameful. Although I'm on a sport bike, you know, I will say the sport bikes are more for the twisties. You know, it's easy for me to criticize. I bet if I was on their bike, I probably wouldn't be able to, like, handle it. Their bikes are very heavy. Okay, they didn't brake there. Well, that's good. So we're basically backtracking and we're watching these two guys to see how they do. I don't want to follow too close because sometimes they're like, look, you go ahead of us. Like, they don't want the pressure. Oh, there's more bikes in front of them. Okay, we'll pass them then. I noticed there's 2 more bikes in front of these dudes. See? But it's interesting to see how they do it compared to what we just were going through with our lesson. Here I'm going to brake. Now watch, they won't brake. Here I go real slow because I don't want to mess up my suspension. I just got it tuned. They're just flying over it. I'm not going to do that. Okay, now we're going to get on it. Let's get up right up to it. Have any mirrors to let me by? You know what I would really like to see if they go through that mountain pass? Let's stick with them and see if they do that. This guy on the right, his handlebars are sort of like this together. Wonder how you would. It seems like it'd be hard to turn with that close. Making sure there's no bugs on the camera. One time I did a bunch of filming and there was like a mosquito waving the whole time. Alright, so what's really cool is we're coming up to some high-speed counter steering, so we're going to see what these dudes do, and then we're going up to the mountain where it really gets fast, and we're going to see how they do that. And if they hit their brake, okay, I'll make you a deal. If they hit the brake, I'm passing them up. I'm going to fly by them. If I see them hit their brake going uphill through that mountain area, no. Now they're not hitting their brake, but we're just going straight. Now, watch their left foot as they start to shift. Let's see if they start to shift downward. If you hit their brake, I'm going to be taken off. Don't do it. Don't hit. Okay, good. I don't see any brake light. I see brake lights. Are those brake lights? No, can't be. I don't think those are brake lights. You know, I take it. They. Oh, we're stopping. Okay, he could do it. They were braking back there. I got to play the video back. So here we go. Let's see what these dudes do when we get up to the mountain, which is the next stop sign. I'm in third. If we get on that open road, I'll see if I can pass them. I don't want to do it here because it's like unsafe. And I'm looking at this guy's mirrors. It's like his head's like my mirrors are way out to the side. This guy's mirrors are like here and here. But I'm getting you some good footage anyway, so. Let's see, no brake lights. Good deal. No reason to put the brakes on here. We'll pick up a clip here. But you guys get the idea about braking, shifting. You know, when you're starting off in gear, that's the most challenging when you're new, getting the bike going. And when you're coming to a stop, you know, especially stopping, you know, very, very important downshifting. This road right here is crapola. Oh, look, they paved it. Okay, take it back. This used to be all like dirt right here. You come to a stop and here we go. This is it. This is the moment of truth. Up here to the right. Such a beautiful day. It was out riding. So as we come up this bend here, we go through like this tree tunnel. It's really cool, almost like covered with trees. And then right here, it's really cool flying through here with all the lighting effects. Sometimes the light will shine through the trees as you're going through there. It's awesome. So we go through this little tree tunnel thing, and then the moment of truth, right here around this bend, we're at the twisty, high-speed mountain road. It's going to go uphill and then downhill. This is it. If they go right, they going right? Come on. They're going right. Look at his turn signal. Woohoo! I don't think they're together, so here we go. We're going to see how they handle this. First gear, second gear. They're doing good. Third gear. Look at those horses. All right, here we go. Fourth gear. This is it. See how they take this corner. I think they're going to do just fine. At least on the straightaways they get on it. There's another motorcycle up there. What the heck? It seems like it's going really slow. Is it? See it way up there? What the heck is that? Ah, dang it! I wanted to show you, and it's like a... What the heck is that? He's saying to pass... It's like a moped or something? See it? Is it one of those electric scooters? Dang it! I wanted to see on the video. Let's see what this is here. I think it is a moped. Oh. That's cool, actually. I think it's like a 150 or a 50. Look. Alright, this is where it gets good, we hope. Putting my visor down. Just want to go. Let's pass. I don't want to, I guess. I'm trying to do the responsible thing, but there's really no room to pass. They did good till we ran into the 150 dude. Alright, here we go right here. They better not break here. Let's see. This is just a slight corner. They're doing very good. I take it all back. Okay, let's see if they brake here around the corner. Not that braking is bad, but there's no need to brake because you plan how fast you're going to go as you go into the corner. Like your planning is before the corner, not while you're in it or coming out of it. I guess that's some good advice there for motorcycle riding, is you're planning your corner before you are in the corner. It's not like you get into the corner, you're like, what am I going to do? Alright, we'll end this with freeway riding. Now, you notice we're going at a good clip of speed, so what we're going to do now is we're coming down to a stop. It reminds me like you're landing an airplane. You don't want to jam the brakes on, you want to smoothly, again, notice the red light, you want to time it as you're approaching the red light. You want to basically start to brake as you're approaching it. Don't be thinking about how you're going to do it at the last minute. Clutch in, kick down, slowly release the clutch lever, give it throttle. We talked about braking, we talked about the type of helmet you can get, we talked about gear. You can get CE armor in this. I have CE armor all throughout this. If I crash, it's more protective, but it's nice and cool. It's got the mesh, we showed you the mesh there. Get some gloves with protective knuckles. Leather's good with protective knuckles. Freeway riding is pretty simple. Just remember, I like to go at slightly faster than what the traffic speed's going. We're getting on the freeway right now. Don't forget, you'll see some websites on this video here. You can go there and make sure you ride with the full armor. First gear, second gear, third gear. Right when you get on the freeway, make sure you look that the guy in front of you is not stopping. They tend to do this here. And then I'm going to give it some good throttle, get ourselves up to speed. Watch that guy in front of us. See if we can squeeze in here. Awesome, we did it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great week. Ride like the wind.
Hey everybody, we're going to be doing another video in our continuing series of videos, how to ride a motorcycle. Today's topic will be how to ride a motorcycle and survive. So we're going to be giving you some safety tips that have helped me. I ride on the streets and I also ride on the freeways, but most of my riding is on the freeways, and you have a higher fatality rate on the freeways if you crash. So let's get on the motorcycle and I'll show you how to survive these freeways over here, the mean, unforgiving freeways of California. We're going to be riding the Suzuki 600 Katana. Mosey on over here. We just gassed up. Not bad, I gassed up. It was 1182 total, and I filled the tank, and I was pretty much running on empty. So we're going to put the camera in the visor. Now check this out. You see on the inside of my visor I have two Velcro strips, right? Now I'm going to put the camera in front of this mirror. Watch how there's Velcro on the front of the camera, and then I put it right in front of my mouth in the visor. Check it out. Now the camera that we're using is the Epic Kodak V570. It's not called Epic, but I think it's epic. It's Kodak V570. Now check it out, I'm hands-free. So we're going to get on the motorcycle. I'm going to start it up. Here we go. We got it started. Now, before we go out on the freeway, I want to show you something. Get off. Notice I have a motorcycle jacket on with CE armor. I have pants on with CE armor. I have high top shoes with steel toe. I have gloves on with the knuckle protectors and these little rubber finger protectors. I have earplugs on, which you can't see that, but they're like foam earplugs, right? I have a full face helmet, Scorpion. Now we're sporting the D&D exhaust from Fort Worth, Texas, so we'll give it a few revs and then we're out of here. Here we go. Now we're going to talk about how to survive, right? So a lot of these things are common sense for the seasoned riders, but for the newbies, notice I don't have any cars coming for a zillion miles. And that's good. You want to always put distance between you and the cagers. Now, for those of you that are new to motorcycle riding, we call cagers, we call these vehicles, truck drivers, car drivers, cagers, because you're like in a cage. I'm a cager too sometimes when it's raining. Now, see these little rubber protector tips on my finger and stuff? We got a red light here, that's why I'm just cruising. We're getting on the freeway right now, so hang in there. You'll be surprised. People say, well, what's that going to do? Well, I've been hit by pieces of metal and things that practically bust my fingers off. And I know that if I didn't have these protectors here on my fingers, I'd have a few less fingers. Look at that guy on the Harley right there. See if he's getting on the freeway. I'll get you some good footage. And I gave him the wave. We'll see if he comes up here. I've had things hit my leg. I had more things hit my leg than hit my hands. Sometimes I would ride with just jeans, and boy, you can feel it. These rocks, pieces of metal, even tire with the steel pieces still in it when it hits you. Getting on the freeway. Now, in order to survive when you're getting on the freeway, speed is life. You know, the fighter pilots in the Air Force have a saying, speed is life. So true on the freeways also. Want to stay up to speed with the rest of the vehicles. Oh, look at that guy on the motorcycle. We can catch up with him. I knew that guy wanted to get over it. So I like to distance myself away from people. See how I'm distancing myself? That's what you want to do. I won't ride right alongside someone like this. I won't be like this, like right alongside them, because they can swerve into your lane. So I like to have distance between myself. Now, and the cagers. Now check this out. Look at this sign on the top right. Can you read it? This is good. This was not planned. Gusty winds ahead. So if you ever needed a lesson on going through something that's challenging, gusty winds are the worst. Talk to any motorcycle rider. They'd rather have rain or heat, but not gusty winds. Gusty winds moves us all over the lane. So I'm going to be giving you some gusty winds coming up here in a moment. I can kind of feel it already. Let's talk about gusty winds.
strong winds. You don't want to hold on to the handlebars with a death grip. You want to lightly hold on to them because you are going to take some strong winds, and you want your arms to be able to kind of be like shock absorbers for the wind. If you hold on tight, then it's going to move the handlebar around. So you kind of want some flex in your arm. So when the big gust of wind hit you, see if I go around this guy. When the big gust of winds hit you, you kind of roll with it. So we're getting closer. Hey, while we're doing this, I'll give you some other tips. Don't forget to go here, right below the video, it says shotgunout.net. Don't forget to go there, and we have what's called a free stuff area. I got some free games, free software, free antivirus programs, free optimization tools, free anti-spyware, free anti-malware programs, all types of good stuff. Tell you about some close calls we've had. I've had people like, the main thing you're going to see a lot as motorcycle riders is like what I've had people just swerve into my lane, and I mean, you're like, how could this dude not see me? So my motto is you always want to have an escape. You want to have an escape where you can, there's a motorcycle rider, by the way, right in front of me, about 30 car lengths, and I'm gaining on him a little bit. Sport bike rider. But you always want to have an escape that you can move to. Now see right here, I have an escape. There's like really nothing around me. Seems like we're gaining on the motorcycle rider. About 20 car lengths ahead of us now. Got a tire right there. You'll see tires in front of you. $15 car lengths from the motorcycle. Hold on. My nose itch. About 14 car lengths. Remember those gusty winds? This is where it gets bad over here. About 10 car lengths now, right in front of us. Now that freeway, if I would have taken that one straight, hold on a sec, we're counter steering here. Counter steering is where you put the handlebars in the opposite direction, so I'm pulling towards me, towards my rib cage with this left handlebar. Your head's always got to be like on a pivot. jacket just doesn't fit. So we're finally up to the motorcycle rider. See what he's on. Looks like a R6 or an R1, I can't tell yet. Changing freeways to the right here. Let's see if he goes. There's an on-ramp here to the right that I'm going to. Haven't really got those, looks like he is going that way. Haven't really got those gusty winds yet. I still have to get over on the right, but there's not much room. The semi. In front of this semi right here on the right. Good rescue leader truck. Here he is. You're going to see us go through these corners here. Now watch this. He's going to kind of punch through this at a good speed. That's the R1, R6. Those things handle great. Because he's going to get behind this truck here. You think? No. He's going in front of the truck. Shouldn't have gave him room. Alright, we got some gusty winds over here, but just remember, sometimes the winds are so strong, you're going to have to get off the freeway. I've had that, where you know you're going to crash because the winds are just really strong, right? And for your safety, you're better just to get off the freeway and alright, now we're finally going to see what this dude's on. Let's see. Oh yes, it's an R6, buddy. R6. He's got like a skull handkerchief on. There he goes. He has no license plate on the back. I always pass like a bread factory right there, like Wonder Bread. Oh, it smells so good. Now, if you guys are going to get a motorcycle, you notice he's on an R6, right? Now, that's an epic bike to get. In my opinion, that's the best 600 motorcycle out there right now. The R6. Now he's on a light, very light bike. I'm on a very heavy bike, which I like his bike better. Of course, his is a better bike. But for this wind, I bet this is a more comfortable bike. I'm not blowing around as much. Although his bike's much better. I mean, isn't that epic? Look at it. I sat on an R6 and I couldn't believe how light it was. It was just so light. Now, a lot of you are wondering, how am I filming? See, I'm looking straight ahead, but you ever see the Apache helicopter combat pilots, they'll turn their head to the right and the gun turret moves to the right. They'll turn it to the left and the gun turret moves to the left, right? So whatever way I turn my head, the camera moves there. Whoa, here's the wind. Hear it? My head's straight. Whatever way I turn my head, the camera moves that way, but I can keep looking a certain way. See, we're getting strong winds now. Notice I have a light grip on the handlebars. Look at the front of this bike. Very aerodynamically designed. What's great about this bike, the Katana 600, and his bike, notice I'm tucked down. The windscreen's like right above my nose. See? I can tuck down where all the wind goes over me. Not that wind's a problem with this bike, but when you get these strong winds. You've got an 8JC helmet, very good quality helmet. You've got the dark tint. To help fight the blazing sun. I have a little trigger right here on the left side. I don't know if you can see it. Look at my finger. See that little yellow trigger? And I can pull that trigger and it'll flash the bright. So if I'm going to pass someone, I'll pull that trigger and flash the brights at them and let them know that I'm passing. Hey, if you're going to get a motorcycle, remember, make sure you get a motorcycle based on where you're going to ride it. Notice he and I are on 600. 600's fine for the freeway. You got enough power, more than, and especially if you get the R6. Now, if you're a brand new rider, of course, don't get the R6 or the bike I'm on. The bike I'm on isn't all super powerful and everything compared to his bike, but mine's very heavy, which I like that for these winds. But his is very light. His is literally a street legal racing bike. I mean, they race those at the track. I don't know, I don't want to get boxed in here. Now that guy, what he would do, he'd just cut right down the middle. I'll signal, I got my right turn signal on, here we go. Pulling the trigger. Thanks, brother, let me through. Now, if we continue to go this way, I'm going to give you a bonus. I'm going to show you counter steering. And I really want to keep up with this guy to go through these corners up here, because we're going to be doing some counter steering. And counter steering is where, if I want to go right, turn right, I'm going to pull this handlebar back towards my rib cage, and I'm going to push this one outward, and that's going to lean the bike this way to the right. And we do have, in about 3 minutes, we have some corners coming up here. So you can really see how the counter steering works, like if you're trailing another bike as you go through it, as it leans left and right. Now why would that person put his brakes? Alright, here comes the counter steering. Now what you're going to see, I think this is the part. No, it's not the part. This is the part where we go downhill. Then the counter steering comes. But I guess I could chat with you. If you're going to get a motorcycle, get one based on where you're going to ride it. Like if you're going to be riding the freeways like this guy and I are, you need something with some power. Because these freeways, as you can see, you need power. Can't be having semi-trucks coming up behind you. I had a Ninja 250, and when these semi-trucks would come up behind you, like, you know, you got to have power to get out of there. You'll end up in that vehicle right there, that moored vehicle. He's getting off, see? Here we go. Well, I'll end it with the counter steering. Stop by our website at shotgunout.net. There's a chat room we all hang out in. You go to shotgunout.net. Notice it's right below this video. And we get a lot of bumps here. In about 2 seconds it's going to be smooth. Ah, there we go. You go to shotgunout.net and there's a chat room, our free stuff area. Alright, so here's the counter steering part. We're going kind of slow, but we'll pick up speed. We're going to brake to the left and brake to the right. So I'm going to show you when we brake to the right how to counter steer. I'm going to pull this handlebar towards me, just applying pressure this way. I'm going to push this one outward. Get some speed so I can show you. Right here, I'm going to go the other way. That's the plan, at least. Pulling back towards me with this left handlebar. See how it leans the bike? So we got another one coming up here. So it's more like counter leaning because you're not really turning. It's almost like skateboarding or skiing or surfing. Watch, I'm going to pull back again right here. Got another one to the right and then one to the left. There goes to the right. Now one to the left. Left is different. I'm going to push forward this way with that handlebar and pull back with the right one. See, I'm pulling right there. Going right around the corner. You just keep that pressure on it. Steady pressure up against the handlebar. Like when I'm going to go left here, I'm going to pull back this way towards me and I'm going to hold it back and I'm going to apply pressure like this forward towards ahead of me, towards the front of the motorcycle this way. But you hold it, steady pressure, and you kind of, if you need to lean more to the corner, you kind of apply more pressure and it'll lean left and right as you go. Fastest too. Notice I don't allow myself to be boxed in. I don't want to be boxed in up against the wall. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. How to survive as a motorcycle rider. I know I did. And remember, the most important thing, always make sure you have on the full armor. Very important.